Dice is on the beat.
I need to learn how to dance. Let's be real.
What's up, y'all?
What's good?
What's poppin', man?
What's good, man? Oh, yeah, damn.
Man, how's life been treating y'all? Look at them jiggle.
How you feeling? How y'all feeling, man? What's going on?
Okay. Okay.
Honestly,
Shadira, you muted yourself.
no, I'm here.
Okay.
But I feel good today. You know, there's stuff that I should be stressing about, but if I stress about it, it's not gonna get me nowhere.
Right.
But I'm good right now, to be honest with you. I'm good. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. I have low key. I have a lot of assignments to do because I've been procrastinating everything.
Right.
In a way, it kind of is motivating me because I live off of having to procrastinate.
Dang, man. I keep doing this to myself, like it's just
And we have the same classes.
Oh my god,
same classes.
I know, and literally it's just so overwhelming. Like,
have you done anything?
I've done absolutely nothing.
Why you say it like
we
that?
We have a midterm due tomorrow. We have a newscast.
A whole midterm.
I haven't started.
No, it's tough, and it's
wow.
Don't get me wrong, I love our professors, I really do, but there's some that it's like, damn, dude, like, can we
breathe?
Take our foot off the gas pedal for a second? Like, I just connected to my Wi-Fi 2 days ago. Like, relax, seriously.
Like, look, y'all about to get this.
Right.
Shoot, hold on. Shoot, hold up. Let me take a guess.
Yes.
Oh!
Megan? I had to say that because I knew it went over Megan's head.
Oh, man.
Man, dude. But you know what? Great lady, sweet lady. Love her to bits. It's a love-hate relationship. But no, like, aside from school, I've been doing all right, guys. Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, it's been tough for me personally. Like,
yeah,
I just do better outdoors. I'm an outdoors person. I love being around people. I feel like I'm my best self when I'm around other company. So I feel like being closed doors, feeling very restricted, I feel like it has taken a little bit away from my personality, at least. Like, and I feel just the way, like, I'm interacting with not only you guys, but with work, doing our conference calls, stuff like that. I don't know, I feel a little bit timid when it comes to talking, when it comes to, opinion, feedback, stuff like that, engagement, interaction. So that's one of the things I feel like I've been struggling with. I'm just trying to find, like, my peace of mind. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I've been kind of going crazy, falling off the cuckoo's nest a bit, like, just been trying to just find the light at the end of the tunnel. Like we spoke earlier, you guys definitely gave me a little bit more inspiration and, reality check. And so all I can say, guys, is if you feel how I've been feeling, those of you guys that are listening, is talk to people, reach out, step out of your comfort zone, read something, because you don't want to just always be in your own head, because you just keep doing circles. So just try to find a zen. Try to, find other things to occupy your time and mind.
Yeah, and also, like, what you're feeling, I feel like the more that you feel it, it's because you keep pushing it back in your mind. Right. So sometimes, even if you're, like, scared to really confront those feelings, you gotta confront them, like, and you're strong enough to, like, believe that you're strong enough to confront those situations. You know what I'm saying? You can't let it beat you. You gotta beat it.
Yeah.
Are you eating?
What have y'all been reading?
But one thing I realized is that, with makeup, it's like my outlet. Like, that's one thing that I do that I can feel comfortable with. And I'm slowly learning how to be comfortable with making mistakes. I'm still not okay with that because makeup, it's art. It's like when you do a painting, you know what I'm saying? Like, to be comfortable with making those mistakes and just grow. I think for me, with this whole quarantine thing going on, I think one thing that I went back to and I took it away again was Tinder. Okay, because now I can't meet anyone outside. I don't go to clubs. I'm not going to a bar. I'm not going to a party. I'm not going to the grocery. Okay, maybe I'm going to the grocery store.
Wait,
but I'm just not.
Are you trying to meet someone?
Oh my gosh, I've never been asked that question. Am I trying to meet someone? No, I just want attention. Not even like I don't, because to be in a relationship, like I'm not looking for that. But at the same time, it's like, do I want somebody who's like, oh my God, like, she Dara, like you kind of cute, you know what I'm saying? Like just to, even though I know I should not rely on their validation, but I still do sometimes. And so with online dating, it's kind of like more of a validation thing. So like I had downloaded Tinder. And when I downloaded it, you set up your profile. When you set up the profile, that's the important part. The first picture that you want people to see.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not true, because
it's
when
true.
they see it, they gonna be like,
I'm incredibly
this is who
picky,
I'm talking
so I get
to.
it. I get it.
It's what you want them to see. Set that up. Woo, woo, woo. I made matches. They messaged me. I never said anything. I just wanted to feel like someone wanted to talk to me.
Right.
And I would literally, they would say, hey. And I was like, oh, that's sweet of you. And then I don't reply. And I was like, honestly, I can't do this because I'm going to lead somebody on. And I don't want to lead no one on or make people feel like, I'm trying to get to know you and all this stuff. So then guess what I did? Deleted the app again. So, well,
why don't you try? Like, why don't you try talking to someone?
I feel like too, Shadir, like, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Like, yes, Tinder is a dating app, but I feel like Tinder is also many things. Like, people use Tinder now to network. People use Tinder to find friends. Sometimes, people want to build some type of like chemistry or relationship. If I'm going to a specific town in the next, few days, Tinder has just become a wide scope. So I feel like if you're on it, great. Like, doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, like let's take up now so I can like, no, like it's like, why don't we just talk? Like, let's have like something that makes the time go by, because that's really, I feel like, why people have also been jumping back on Tinder, is just because like they're bored, man. Like, talk to me. Like, can we talk about something? Like, when was the last time y'all got to know a stranger?
I met someone off of Bumble.
You whore.
Somebody said, you whore. Well, how is that going? How is that?
It's fitting for quarantine.
You whore.
Because,
explain what you mean by quarantine. What you doing, whoring?
Oh, we mean thoughts.
Anyway.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so you don't need to be on there to like want to date for sure. Like, you can just be on there just cuss. Like, you should do that. That's what I was doing. Because, like, is online dating really real right now during quarantine?
Because you can't really do anything.
You're just talking, like texting. So is it like legit?
I think so.
You think? Ooh, why you say that?
I think it depends on what you want, or if you like allow yourself to do that.
Yeah. I think also too, it's just like we're building this chemistry right now. Like, let me fill you out. Let me see if when this is over, if you're the first person I want to see when we're out of this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Because right now we have the time. Like, we have the time to be like, oh, I can't meet up, or actually no.
That's so true. You know what, Leslie? That's what it is for me too. I'm like, I don't owe you nothing. Like, I don't have to be like, oh, I don't want to go see you, or make up some story as to why I don't want to see you. That's a good, like, you don't have to make that story up no more, because now it's like, I'm not leaving my house.
Right.
And I can't leave my house. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, y'all bring up a good point about friendship, because you don't really have to think of it as dating. You can just talk to someone just to talk.
That's it, bro.
Friendship. You're building a friendship before you're building the relationship.
Right.
Did I just to be wrong?
Friendships, networks, like this. That's all social media is now, y'all.
Yeah,
it really is like that.
Especially you, Shadir. Like, shit, go on Tinder, and maybe some of these men want a makeover. You never know.
Look, they
And then if
may
it leads
want
to
one.
dating, then
Right. Megan, what the hell, bro? What's going on with you? Like you talk about you met some guy on Bumble.
Girl, look, what's bubbling around? Let us know. What's bubbling around?
Bumbling around? Like, hold on, don't come back here, girl.
She trying to run away.
All that noise he was talking.
What happened? No. Who you meet? How'd it go? Shoot, we could come up with a different name. What you want? What you want to call him?
Right.
What he do that's special? We can call him that.
That weekly special.
So I think because it's the beginning, we're just kind of like talking. It's not talking, like it's mutually exclusive.
That you had
exclusive, mutually a thing. But I feel like you also, since we're in quarantine, it kind of really pushes you to learn the personality first more than anything.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Part of that personality is pretty freaky, and I'm like,
Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
I would say it's a good thing because it's very freeing and it's very open, if that makes sense.
You whore.
Yeah. Oh no, you make it do what it do. True. If I was in a relationship, I would have been like, look, I know and trust. Wait, hold on.
I don't know.
Because
would you sneak out?
Would I sneak out? I don't think I would, because I'm terrified right now because of quarantine. I'm high-key scared. I wouldn't.
So then how do you maintain, like, how can you maintain a relationship during quarantine? If you're dating someone, what would you do? What kind of things would you do, Shabir?
What kind of things would I do? I think me and my dandy toy have a great relationship. Mm-hmm. But you know, sometimes the relationship needs to develop and upgrade.
Okay.
Right. So the toy maybe needs to be upgraded. But honestly, I just been keeping myself busy. No, I'm gonna be real honest. I haven't even used it. I don't know how I'm alive.
It's still in the box.
I don't know how I'm alive. I don't know. Maybe, you know, I don't know. I haven't used it. Last time I had sex was probably like 2 months ago.
Damn.
Or more. Like, I'm alive, but I don't know how I haven't even. Oh, you know why? Because I'm sharing my room with my sister. That's why I can't do it.
Oh yeah, no.
But I could have gone to the restroom.
But still.
No, it's not the same. I like my bed.
Yeah, just hold up.
It's not the same.
Just hold up, right? I feel like, from a relationship standpoint, there's like so much you can do, but also like I'm fortunate that, you know, my man, he's older, he has his own place, so you know, I bounce back from my apartment to his apartment. So one thing that I actually have realized that because we spent so much time together, that there are days where hey, I'm gonna go home for a few days. Let me just, you know, spin it one time around and come back, and let me just miss you a little bit. You know, so I feel like each relationship is going to be different based off of what's being presented in front of you. You know, like if you have the privacy, if you don't, if long distance, down the street, like all of that plays a huge part to why your relationship is either increasing. I mean, like it's good or it's not. You know, I know like it's been 50, more like 70-30 for me, because again, I'm a bitch, and like I have my moments where I just have my moments where I feel bitchy, you know, and I need to just take a step back and kind of remove myself from him. And I know that's because I haven't had my space. Now, you know, on the back end though, like, man, if your relationship is failing right now, spice it up. Incorporate something new into the relationship. If it's nudes, if it's maybe like it's picking up a hobby together because you guys are in the same atmosphere. I don't know, read to each other. Maybe plan a cute little date night. Like get all dressed up as if you would go out. Cook together. you know, like clean. I mean, I don't really like cleaning, so I don't know why I said that, but like there's just so many things like I feel like you can make it fun. You can incorporate some type of spice into it, you know. And if it's a goner, then shit, bitch, it's a goner. At least you have this whole quarantine to get over that relationship. When we get out of there, bounce back, get you a new one, and be done with it. That's it, you know. But that's how I feel about your question, Megs.
See,
what are you?
Like, I'm trying to decide how much I want to disclose.
You whore. Okay. Well, while you deciding, go ahead, Shadira, because you was gonna say something.
Megan. But what's it called? I was gonna ask you, Leslie. Have you done like any of those things with your boyfriend? And like, how do you guys keep it spicy? Like, do you guys do anything like to really let y'all know? Like, especially the fact that you're with him and you know you guys travel because you know you need to woo-saw away from, you know.
Yeah.
What are y'all doing to keep things spicy, especially during quarantine?
Yeah. I'm fortunate enough to actually like. I feel like my relationship with my boyfriend started completely backwards. Like, after our first date, haven't been separate. Like, we've been inseparable. Been sleeping every night together for the past year and a half until recently when I got my new apartment. So I'm already comfortable and used to waking up, sleeping with him, you know, spending some type of our day together on the weekends, whatever. Obviously, we have work and school and all that stuff. But aside from that, like, we actually started reading to each other before we go to bed. So I'll read 4 pages, he'll read 4 pages. Where's the book, actually? I don't even know what I'm reading. I don't know what I'm reading, but he definitely tries to help me with my studies, with my homework and stuff, because I've been procrastinating like Megan. We like to definitely cook together. So I do the cooking because like he's white and I just don't like it. He's when he's in the kitchen. I don't like it. Yeah.
I didn't know white.
Me güero. But yeah, like, so I'll do the cooking and he'll do the cleaning. So or we like to play like, you know, little games and stuff. Like, our sex is so great.
Dude, like, I knew his name sounded like a white dude. I knew it.
Yeah, like, but for the most part, like, it's been you just make do of your situation, man. Like, just get creative. Like, and I think don't put too much pressure like on yourself. Because right now it's the fun stage. Like, you know, you guys aren't getting an understanding of each other. Like you said, vibing out the personalities. Because right now we're living in a whole world than what we're used to. So, you know, we used to have to wait to see how it's like when everything does go back to normal, when, you know, you start, you know, being busy, when he starts being busy, what that's going to look like, where you're going to fall in that priority category, and vice versa, you know. So shit, I would just say just keep having fun, like, enjoy yourself, like, don't stress too much on it as to what it is, what it isn't. Like, if you found right now a companion that it's working, you know, he's making the days go by quicker or a little bit more fun, then I think that's all that really matters. Like, you know, I think right now, like, everybody is they kind of need somebody right now, you know, or need somebody else than what they're used to. And that's okay. Like, y'all stressing too much on shit that don't need to be stressed on.
Do you think that people are dating or kind of trying to talk to people more now, like, you know, dating wise, because they don't get any other human interaction?
Most definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I for sure feel like people are doing that because, like I said earlier, like I said earlier, I've had Tinder because I just wanted to talk to people. Sure, I might re-download it again after y'all rephrase that for me. But but seriously, most definitely because you feel like you want to interact with people more. And you want to actually talk to people because you can't do it anymore, you know, especially when you're an extrovert and you talk to people.
That's all of us.
Huh?
That's all of us. We're all so extroverts.
Yeah, like, we're extroverts. We like to talk to people. So, and Leslie even brought up how the fact that because we can't talk to people, that messes with, you know, how we even move to a certain extent. But it's forcing people to actually, you know, interact. you know? And so when it comes, once this whole thing blows over, God have mercy. Once it blows over, I feel like people will actually want to interact with people more, because it's like you took it for granted when you had the opportunity, but now it's like taken away. You're like, oh shoot.
Do you think
and even when it
nicer?
comes, huh?
No, we live in fucking LA. People are bitches out here.
You don't think they're gonna be nicer?
No,
No.
Like, appreciate that I'm able to do this now with you. Like, human interaction, it's a special thing.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, again, we live in LA. It's a fast life. People don't give a fuck but themselves. And especially because we're not going to go back to where it's not going to automatically be back to normal. Like,
yeah, it's not.
We're going to be clutching, like crunching.
So
like,
how do you think, okay, so how do you think that that's going to change dating?
Because
Ooh.
you're gonna have to pay for your own meal, baby girl. Because I just don't. I'm 3 months late on my rent, girl. I don't.
See, look, okay, because it's also like, right now, people are very like, shit. I had a thought in my head, but it went away. Wait.
Oh, I snorted.
Okay, so I feel like in a way maybe it might change dating, because it's more like, why are we wasting our time? Like, you know, we did a lot of that during quarantine. Now let's just, you know what you want.
Think
you spend a lot of time in your room doing whatever you wanted to do, so now you should know what you want to do.
Okay, that's valid.
I feel like it's really testing us as individuals. Say if we're dating someone, and if you can stick through this long, then it goes to show that you actually want this person. Then it's not just like a physical attraction.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. You cleaned it up a bit.
Very good point.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
The moment you said that, I got scared, because
you're not trying. I feel like you're not, but you're not really entertaining people on there. So I don't
like, okay. You know how Leslie has said earlier, right? How she said that you can just talk to people, right? You know what I'm saying? But then, and you don't have to say, oh, I can't, or make up a story as to why you can't go see them. Now that like quarantine blows over, and then they're like, oh, I want to see you now, I'm gonna be like,
exactly, like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, because man, that's just.
I agree with Megan, but I also know, because people are thoughts, hoes, whores, you whore. It's quarantine season. People are gonna come out of this quarantine horny as hell.
Yes.
Period. Unless if like you have before coming into this whole quarantine, if you had somebody that you were wishy-washy with or didn't know or unclear with, then yes. I think now it's like,
after this you're gonna come out knowing
one of two things: either okay, I want to be with them, or you know what, thank God this quarantine happened, because I was trying to get out of it, you know. So that's a great point, but I also feel like there's also people that are still gonna use the app for what it's initially, the initial purpose, which is to get some quick shebang bang and then be on my way.
Would you go out and risk it? And if you do, how do you go about it?
Yes. You gotta wear all black. Wear all black at nighttime, camouflage, and you're good to go.
No, I see nothing.
Nothing. Yes, I would risk it, just because I'm a rule breaker, y'all. Y'all know this, man. I don't follow rules. I don't like rules. Like, I already broke it, but that's a different conversation.
You're in Florida.
She said that's something else. Another one. No, but I honestly, I'm terrified right now to like go and meet up with someone, because look,
Rona doesn't play.
The Rona is roaring. You know what I'm saying? Really. And it don't help when you're on social media and you see the things that's happening. So then I'm like, no, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying?
Have you noticed how much hornier the timeline has gotten?
Whose timeline?
Are you not on Twitter?
I'm not really on Twitter, no. I'm on Pornhub.
Shoot, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay.
What? That ain't no problem.
That ain't
No,
no problem.
Twitter. No, but on Twitter, yes, I've been seeing, of course, like people talking about it more, talking about what they would do.
So I was a little chismosa with people's dating lives, and I asked how is it during quarantine, and I got a lot of it's on pause. But then I also got some like sending nudes or like meeting up with your significant other to hook up in the car, and I feel like I get it, but you know, what do you think? What would you guys? What are you guys doing?
I mean, honestly, I've fucked in the car before. And
that's like such 5th grade.
Like
grade, okay, that's a little
I'm playing, right?
Let's say 11th grade.
11th grade. You're right. 10th grade.
But honestly though, if it was my boyfriend, I'm talking, I wouldn't risk it. But if I was in a relationship and you was my boo thing and like, you know what I'm saying, and I'm trying to get something before, you know, because it's quarantine time.
Right.
I have no access but you. Quarantine, you know what I'm saying? So it's about to be me and you. Would you rather be someone else? No, you wouldn't. So it's gonna be me and you right now.
Right.
So yeah, I wouldn't. I think I would do it, to be honest with you. Like if I had a boyfriend, I for sure would do it.
I feel like it also eases the mind, like, you know, the crazy girl mind, where it's like, is he cheating? No, because we're in quarantine.
Okay, you don't gotta cheat with your actions though.
That, Leslie, you know that's a word. Because cheating is not just a boom boom pat pat. Cheating is saying you talking, entertaining somebody else other than me. So they can still.
If you feel you can't be honest, or it feels wrong, or it feels sneaky, you probably shouldn't be doing it.
That's the tea on that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Me personally, I love taking nudes. I just love the process. I like it. Just makes me feel sexy. It just makes me know my body, like really study my body.
Yes.
In case, you know, maybe next year, who knows, Playboy want to hit me up, or a magazine like need some good booty shots or whatever. Like I will be ready. I'll be ready with my portfolio, you know. But guys, if this is what you're doing, I can't emphasize enough, put love in your nudes. You gotta put love, care, and tenderness, okay? Don't do none of this like one tit show, like no. Like really get the angle, get the hard nib, get the nice cute little circumference, you know, like really like polish it. So that person knows that like, damn, I'm a screenshot and I need to save it before I put it in my hidden page, because
what you know about that hidden folder? What you know about that hidden folder?
What y'all know about that hidden folder?
How do you do that?
You can hide your pictures on your gallery.
Oh, I do it on Snapchat.
Oh, yeah, you can do it there too.
Yeah, that's even better. But
no, most definitely.
That's what
it's a confidence builder. It's like, because when you take, at first it's uncomfortable. Like for me, when I first did them, you know, because I was like, let me see if I can actually take a picture of myself and be okay with it. At first, I was like, oh my God, like this is like, what? And so I just had the pictures, but I just kept it on my phone because I was just like, I might as well. But then I was like, the more you do it and the more like you force yourself to say, okay, let me pose a certain way. Let me turn my body this way. Let me like this. You are literally literally forcing yourself to embrace everything that you are.
Yes.
Like, you have no choice but to.
Right.
Because when you take a picture, you're taking it to see if you like it, if you look good, if that's what you want to, you know what I'm saying? So when you take that picture of yourself, you're just looking at like, wait a minute, I actually look kind of bomb. Like,
me, like
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a picture. I look good, and that's my body, and I own it, and I'm bomb as fuck.
And then it makes you want to airdrop it to yourself, and it's like, shit.
It's a whole. It's a blessing. I don't even. It's an experience. Like, it really does something for your spirit. It really does.
We did a lot of talking about, you know, how we're gonna, or how we've been doing like human interactions, how we're keeping up with that, you know, kind of doing the dating, maybe that's the substitute. But now let's talk about ourselves. And like how we can do that for ourselves, how we can keep our bodies and our mental shebang business just flowing. So next episode we're gonna do yoga just to be a little fun, just to be a little wild.
Yes.
Just to do us, just so you can see us being all ourselves, little homes. So yeah. Tune in.
I hope I don't fart when
we
I'm
do
stretching.
yoga.
What'd you say? Let me say what?
I hope I don't fart when I'm stretching.
Girl, I'll probably go fart too. Me and you both probably.
We'll put a little bleep.
Maybe. Huh?
A little bleep.
Beep. Or even maybe.
It depends on the kind of fart that it is. Like if it's like that's fine.
You don't hear it. It's like
but if it's like a
those are the deadly ones though.
The ones go
silent but killer
yes.
ones.
Yes. It's like a you like
like the wet ones. The wet ones.
Oh, the wet ones.
When you hear a wet one, you just know. You know to go.
You know which one upsets me the most though? When you're like in your covers underneath the bed and stuff, and then like you fart, and then like you move, and it just
travels.
Just gas.
It escapes.
And it smells, bro. And you thought you forgot about it, but nah.
It's there,
nope.
bro.
It's right there. It's right there. Bro, honestly though, with yoga, we may pick up a few more or new. You know what I'm saying? Show 'em.
Oh my god!
Damn, I'm ready to go. Okay. I'm excited.
Like, shoot, I'm really excited because I'm seeing it more than me just farting. I'm about to develop some talents I never knew I had. Because the next person, I promise you, my man, he gonna have it.
Ooh.
That's what it's gonna be.
Okay, then go on, sus. Okay. All right, y'all.
This is it. This is us. We were kinky. We just tapped into it just a little bit because y'all didn't get the full. You got a little glimpse of it, but the more you pay attention and the more you watch and the more you listen,
get to know us.
Exactly. You're gonna see we can get kinkier than that.
Ooh, y'all ain't ready, though. I don't think they're ready. I really don't.
They're not.
Nah. We'll get there. All right. All right, y'all.
See y'all next episode.
Love y'all.
Peace. Love you guys.
Thanks, it's on the beat.
Did Leslie leave?
No. Oh my god.
I saw this, your name. I was like, oh, did she leave? No.
All right, I gotta go.
Okay, bye, you guys.